10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Champions! Wrexham are promoted! They have their storybook ending!
You can walk through the fire. You can walk through the fire. When it's down to the wire. You can walk through the fire.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Wrexham Texan number 81. This is episode number 81, well on our way to 100. We will probably get to 100 this season, I think. 19 more? Yeah, we should. Well, I only do this once a week, so probably not, actually. Probably won't get to 100 this season, but that's okay. Y'all, what a heck of a Christmas week. Stephen Fletcher is the hero of the week, along with the referee during the Blackpool game. So we'll get to that in just a sec. If you would like to join the PeacefulSea network, which is my company, head on over to PeacefulSea.network. You can join the Dollar Media Club, which is $1 a month, $12 a year. You get access to our Discord. You get discounts on merchandise, which there is Wrexham Texan merchandise coming. You get access to exclusive shows, documentaries, movies. You get sponsorship opportunities. You can guest star on shows. There's just a whole bunch of benefits to joining the Dollar Media Club. You can also stream this broadcast directly from the website. And we now have a 24/7 channel. So we have a channel that streams shows and movies that we produce 24/7 all the time, with a lot more stuff coming very soon. We just relaunched On the Drive Home, which is a movie review podcast where my wife and I review a movie on the way home from the theater. It's called On the Drive Home. We just did Homestead and A Complete Unknown. Vastly different movies and vastly different reviews. So go check that out. You can go to our website to see all these things. Pretty exciting. Yet another podcast. We've got Banished Big Brother, Cascade Effect, Free Georgia Podcast, the Junto Podcast, Liberty Libations, On the Drive Home, and the Wrexham Texan. And over in the streaming center, as you can see here, we've got 3 documentaries, 1 short film. We've got a subscriber-only show. We've got the Q&A sessions for Cascade Effect, which is probably our most popular show at this point, the Cascade Effect. And so head on over to PeacefulSea.network to join the Dollar Media Club. If you hear any noises today, there are people upstairs that are running a Roomba at this moment. So there's going to be some noise, I think. So apologies for that. But y'all, let's start with the Blackpool game. Because that was a wild one. So let's watch some highlights, and I'll make some commentary as we go. Obviously we ended up winning 2-1 in the foggiest game I've ever seen. Maybe not ever seen, but it is an absurdly foggy game. It was no surprise to me from this angle that they scored that goal. You couldn't see a dadgum thing. Obviously on the field you can see a little bit better, but man, it just seems like you could hide out in that fog that game. Look at that. Look at that. That camera is not adjusted for the proper level of brightness right there. Aperture is a little too low. There we go. Look at, but I guess when you go a little brighter, it doesn't get any better. Just a wild game. Blackpool, I thought they played a phenomenal game. I thought they did extremely well and really kept us on our toes. Not unlike the Wigan game, which we'll get to here in a minute. The Wigan game, I mean, that game was just up for grabs. Like Wigan just couldn't quite convert, and we ended up converting off of a very questionable penalty at the end. But yeah, I mean, it was a good goal. It was a very good goal. It's just the fog. There we go. Much better exposure on this camera. They had a bunch of chances. Mark Howard, I thought, did great. That one goal, there was no way he was going to save it unless he was just in the perfect place, which he was not. And yeah, I mean, I didn't think we played horribly. I just thought Blackpool gave us a run for our money on that one. Home game too, so that was very impressive by them, really silencing the crowd 2 minutes into the game. But then we come back, and look, Barnett, I've been saying it for the past few weeks. Barnett right now is our player of the year. Like, without a doubt, no question in my mind, Barnett. He creates more opportunities for our guys to score than maybe any other 2 players combined. Maybe any other 3 players combined. He puts the ball in such sweet spots and is able. Look at this. That Mullen goal, unbelievable. What a shot. Just a looping one-timer off his own tap. Like, the ball never touched the ground till it already hit the back of the net. That's unbelievable. Was it Palmer that sent it to him? I can't remember who actually sent it to him at the beginning. We're about to see the replay, so we're going to find out. I don't think it was off the throw in. Yeah, it was Palmer. And then, yeah, Mullen just did a little dink tap over his knee and looping into the upper 90 on the far post. I mean, perfect shot. Couldn't be prettier. Shows the Albie sign. Love it. It's about time that Mullen got one of those this year. He's been on our bench quite a bit, which is a strange thing to get used to. But we'll get more into that in a minute with the Wigan game, because I have thoughts. It just stayed foggy too. The fog never cleared. It didn't get less foggy, really. It stayed this way the entire time. It was neck and neck for us. This game should have been a draw. The game should have been a draw. What a save by Mark Howard. I mean, Mark Howard absolutely saved us from getting a loss this game, for sure. Moving on to the second half. Again, like, just neck and neck, like extremely tight the whole way. I didn't think, I think we had most of the possession. We'll get to the stats here in a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we had most of the possession, but it didn't feel like we had most of the possession or most of the momentum. It very much felt even. And yeah, I thought their goalie did a great job. I thought both squads did pretty good on the defensive end. I can't believe Mullen didn't score right there. Wild. Just put it up a little bit, man. I mean, I know that was a tough shot. He's being pulled down as he's doing it. So, or sliding as he's doing it, I guess. But yeah, it's good to see Mullen playing so much the last 2 games. For the most part, I do. Like I said, I have some thoughts on it. This was the play, y'all. It just, there's no way that was a handball, right? I mean, that hit him in the back, didn't it? It did not hit him in the arm in any way, shape, or form. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Griffiths seemed to think it hit him in the back as well. He mentioned it during today's game, but man, brutal for Blackpool. That's a terrible way to lose that game, especially when Blackpool, they're not doing horribly in the table. They're mid-tier. Yeah, they're mid-tier, and so this kind of put them down a little bit more than what probably they deserved. They probably should have walked away from this game with 1 point, but sadly for them, they walked away with 0. it just looks like it hit him right in the small of the back. What are you going to do? His arms were flailing out to the side, so keep your arms in, and maybe the ref won't mistake that next time. And then Fletcher just nice and cleanly puts it in the bag. So simple. Doink. I think it helped that the goalie went a little early, and so Fletcher knew exactly where he was going. Makes sense. Yeah. And that was pretty much it. I mean, there wasn't much more after that. After that highlight, it was basically just Fletcher scoring. We don't need to watch another one. Did they have a chance towards the end of the game? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, so that was the Blackpool game. Let's look at some stats real quick. Yeah, we had possession for 54% of the time, which is good. I mean, I guess it was a little more even than what I thought. I mean, the momentum was on our side the whole game. Look at that momentum chart. That's wild. But like, I didn't think that it felt lopsided as far as possession, and it really wasn't too lopsided. I thought they did a good job just maintaining their possession of the ball. Owen O'Connell was the highest rated player in the match with an 8.7. I mean, so far above everybody else. Howard got a 7.5, and McLean got a 7.7, which was the next highest, along with Palmer. Anybody on their side get a high rating? 7.8 for Evans over there on their squad. Substitutes. I guess Fletcher got a 7.7 because he scored a goal. So yeah. I mean, I thought the Blackpool game, it was stressful. I mean, it was a stressful Boxing Day game. I love that I get to watch some Wrexham the day after Christmas. There are lots of like NFL games get played on Christmas. I don't care for it. I don't want to worry about watching a sporting event when I'm trying to hang out with my family. I want to chat and have a good day and not worry about sports that day. And I love that this takes place the day after Christmas. It's perfect. It's a perfect time to do it. So yeah, I don't know. All these games kind of like when you have 2 games in a week, the games kind of blend. I just have so much going on right now that I don't remember all the details of the Blackpool game. And so I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It was interesting that Mullen started the game today. And we're going to get into more of Mullen here in a second. And it was, yeah. And Mark Howard, man, that dude's been a stud since he subbed in for us. Since he's had to step in after both of our dadgum keepers got hurt, Mark Howard has been a rock. I don't know how many clean sheets he's had, but the past 2 games he hadn't had a clean sheet. But I thought he's kept us, maybe not by himself, but a big portion of what he does has kept us in the top 3 or 4 since Okonkwo and Callum Burton went down. So kudos to Mark Howard. Absolutely love that dude for sticking around at how old is he now? 40? Let's see how old that guy is. I forget. He's close to 40, if not 40, 38. So he's getting up there in age and he's still kicking some butt. So bravo to him. Yeah. I thought, liked the lineup. It's interesting to see Paul Mullen come back. Let's watch. The highlights aren't out yet for the Wigan match. And so hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Highlights are not out yet. And so yeah, I can only show you Wrexham Phoenix, what they posted today, which is which is the 2 goals. So let's talk about the Wigan game real quick. Let's watch these 2 goals get scored. This is goal number 1 for us. Barney. It looked like our guy may have touched it. Nope, not quite, I guess. Was that McLean racing in from the back? No, it was Mullen. It was Mullen. Okay, so Mullen almost got it, but it just ended up with Barnett, which is great. Barney with the goal. That dude, look, that dude is getting Texan of the year unless one of our players just goes nuts for the rest of the season. That guy is absolutely crushing it for us. He's scoring goals. He's getting assists. He's killing it. He's killing it. And then we lollygagged around. We let Wigan run this game. I mean, they ran it from the beginning to the end. There were moments where we had really good play, where we kept the ball for a little bit, where we had good passes. We seemed in control, but man, Wigan was just all out. They had control of the game. It was their game, and we were just playing in it. And here is the final goal, which was not controversial. McLean crosses. Fletcher one time, boom, right in the corner of the net. I mean, couldn't be better. That goalie, I'm sorry. So let's pause it right there, actually. Look, that goalie and this defender right here, 21. What are you doing, man? Like, there's only one place for that ball to go on this side of of number 4, the defender who's guarding him. Why aren't you taking one step to the right? He would absolutely have blocked that. Oh, wait. It goes to the left of him. It goes to the right of him. Does it? Man, that is so hard to tell. That is so hard to tell. I can't, he may have actually been in the right spot. If he was in the right spot, then the goalie was in the wrong spot. But, man, it just felt like it happened in kind of slow motion, and the goalie should have been able to get there. Yeah, I guess it did go to the right of him. Nope. It did not go to the right of him. It went to the left of him. Take a step over, bro. Look at that. Just go whoop. He had all the time in the world, but he's flat-footed. He's just standing there like a doofus. I'm sorry. You got to take a step over. That is poor defense on their part. The goalie was probably in a decent position. I don't think he was too far out of position. I would have taken one more step this direction, but there was obviously a chance for Fletcher to put it in the upper 90 over here. But I don't know. That defender, I think that's the defender's fault right there. I think if he takes one step over, that ball's blocked and we don't win the game. But he didn't, because we're better than them. And Scottish Viking Jesus brought home another victory for us. So, I mean, absolutely phenomenal game. Crazy game. Definitely no fog today, which was great. But Wigan beat us. I mean, they beat us up the entire game. I feel like they did win possession, not by too much. But look at this momentum chart. And this is exactly what it felt like. It just felt like Wigan had the upper hand 100% most of the time in the first half, and then a lot of the time in the second half as well. We did make some adjustments at halftime, which led to our goals. But I don't know what it is that we can do to keep this from happening, because this is not the first time this season that the opposing team has basically run the game and ruled the game. And what we were able to do was determined by their mistakes rather than us dictating what happens in the game, and their opportunities are from our mistakes, because mistakes are made every single game, no matter what. So I'm not really sure what. I'd have to do some more thinking about that. If you have any thoughts, please drop them in the comments. But we just let them. I mean, they just owned us for most of the game. Definitely all of the first half was owned by them. Dobson got the highest rating this game, and Mullen got a 6.6. Palmer got a 6.6. Let's see. Fletcher got a 7.4 because he scored again. Hugel, one of their subs, got a 7.1 because he scored their goal. I love that the ref let everybody play most of the time. I hate games where the ref is just blowing the whistle constantly. I thought game management was great by the ref. Have no problem with any of the calls that he made. Um, I'm a huge fan of if there's no blood, there's no foul. I'm hard fouls. Let's go. Other than that, stop blowing the whistle and let the men play. But look, Mullen, when he has come in as a sub this year, he hasn't been great. He's not the best sub. He's a fantastic starter. My biggest complaint with him as a starter is something that he does. He doesn't do it when he's a sub, but he flops and acts so much when he's starting for us. It's very infuriating. I mean, there were 3 or 4 times today where he completely flopped, oversold it, didn't need to do it. Palmer also did it. It seems Palmer like buys in on that whenever Mullen's in the game. Quit flopping, man. There were a couple times when if you didn't flop, you'd have had a chance to score. Stop doing that. Stop trying to draw a foul. We don't score very well off set pieces. So let's stop doing that. Can't stand it. He won the Alamo Award last year, which is the player who falls the most. Obviously, he's not going to win it this year because he hasn't played very much. I don't know if he plays plays a lot in the second half of the season, then maybe he'll get it. Maybe he'll keep his title as the Alamo champion. But overall, I can't stand flopping. I think it's the stupidest part of football. I think far more yellow cards need to be given out for flopping. It's dumb. It's dumb. Quit doing it, Mullen. Like, he flopped so much this game. It was pissing me off. And yeah, I don't know. He didn't play all that well either. Last game, he didn't flop very much. He started last game, he didn't flop very much, and he scored a goal. Do those things go hand in hand? I don't know. But maybe just stop flopping, be a man, and stay on your feet. Maybe do that. So that's my thoughts on that. But let's see. Stats for this game. Bring it back up on stage. What do we got here? So Fletcher scored in the 91st minute for us to win the game. I mean, look at this. All blue on this side. I mean, so many stat categories they won. We got 3 shots on target. They only got 1. They got 2 big chances. We got 0 big chances. They dominated us with passes and passing accuracy. They committed way more fouls than we did. 7 more fouls than we did. And they won 8 corners to our 2. They had 10 shots, 1 on target. We had 9 shots, 3 on target. So it's the on target things, y'all, that does it. They had 5 block shots. We had 3. They had 7 shots inside the box. They just couldn't finish. They had an expected goal of 1.32. Ours was 0.36. They had a 0.36 expected goals for us, which is terrible. And we ended up winning 2-1. Like, we ended up getting 2 goals, even though our expected goals were 0.36. It's crazy. Let's see. They had way more passes than we did, way better passing accuracy. They had 3 yellow cards. They deserved them. We deserved our 2 yellows as well. I thought the ref did a fantastic job. And George Dobson got the FOTMob highest rating, man of the match. Though, I don't know. Dobson did well. I thought Barney should have gotten man of the match. I don't know how he's a 7.8. I only saw him make 1 mistake, which is lose the ball on the wing 1 time, which set him up for almost a almost let them score, basically. So other than that, everybody played pretty well. And let's see, Red, and I don't know how to contact you, man. Just message me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. You can message Cascade Effect on any of those. So just shoot me a message on there, because don't put your contact info on here. All right. Yeah, I think that'll do it, y'all. Well, actually, no. Let's go look at the table real quick. We are in second outright with 48 points. Birmingham has 49 with 2 games in hand. Everybody else, the 2 people behind us, have a game in hand on us as well. So right now, I'm going to say we're in 4th. That's just my pessimistic view. I think we're in 4th. I'm assuming we lose those 2 games or no, I guess we'd be in 3rd. We'd be in 3rd. So there you go. Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic. We're halfway through the season, and over halfway through the season, and we're in 2nd or 3rd place. It doesn't get much better than that. What is up next? I always have trouble finding the fixtures. There we go. All right. We have 2 games again this week in League One, January 1st and January 4th. We play Barnsley on the 1st. Let's go check that game out. Where's Barnsley in the table? So Barnsley is 7th. Good squad. Their team form, they've lost 2 out of their last 5, but they've won 3 out of their last 5. So they're doing okay. It's an away game for us, which means Barnsley has an extreme advantage. Their top scorer is Phillips. FOTMOB rating is 7.23. He scored 6 goals, which is the same as Elliot Lee. He's had 3 assists and only played 16 matches compared to Elliot Lee's 21. Let's see. Barnsley is playing at home against Wrexham at Oakwell. It's round 24. Predicted lineups, yada, yada, yada. Let's see. Current head-to-head record. Wrexham has won 1 and Barnsley's won 0. So, yeah. I'm going to say it's a 0-0 draw. The most boring possible game you can have. That's what I'm going to say. 0-0 draw on the new year, on New Year's Day. So there you go. And then on the 4th, dadgummit, why did it go all the way back to here? That's the kind of thing that pisses me off. Okay. Peterborough. Where are they on the table? They're way down near the bottom. They're number 18. They've lost 4 out of their last 5. They are not doing well. Plus, it's a home game for us. I think we get a clean sheet. I think Okonkwo comes back for that game. And I think we win 3-0. I think we get a clean sheet. 3-0 for 3-0 for Wrexham against Peterborough. That's my prediction. So there you go. Yo, everything's looking so good right now. I don't really have too many complaints other than Mullen flopping this episode. 2 wins on Christmas. Even if one we shouldn't have won, I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's not ideal for Blackpool, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it now. So, yeah, that'll do it for this week, y'all. I'm really going to try to get some Wrexham Texan merch up on the website over the next couple weeks, and you should be able to get some cool merch. And go sign up for the Dollar Media Club if you have any interest in our subscriber only shows and our documentaries and movies that we put on our streaming center. So at some point in the near future, we will have our own app, which you will be able to download and stream everything from the app. It'll be super easy, super integrated, and it'll be much easier than going to the website. So yeah, go check it out. And thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next week on the Wrexham Texan. Peace.
Kisses lost my soul. With all your heart, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And if you knock my soul, oh, with all your strength, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it.